Well, as I like to say, some of you are in a tough spot, and my hope is that you'll see something here on the Daybreak Show and when I go live that ignites a fire in you that cannot be put out. Some of you are in a tough spot, and I'm not here to entertain. If you happen to laugh while you're here, fantastic. That's great. That's like a little side bonus. But I'm here for one thing, and that is to help you. I was talking to some guys yesterday about hormonal birth control and some of the problems that they've had with their women who've been on it, and there's been fluctuation of behaviors. Not a big fan. Not a big fan of hormonal birth control in women. I can't control anything that a woman does, but I'm not choosing a woman on birth control. That ain't gonna happen. Gentlemen, women can change their mind and alter your trajectory with one schizophrenic decision. Isn't that crazy? How one person can change your trajectory with one decision. Never do anything for a woman that is not your wife. Even a wife can plan her exit months before she actually exits, even after a weekend getaway, anniversary, etc., trip, cruise, or whatever. You have to pursue your goals with no one else in mind. If a woman wants to join you, she has to join you. You can no longer make decisions based upon a woman. You can't do it. Keep her at an arm's length. Let her come to you. Never put your dream or your income at risk. Thank the good Lord that I have not put dreams and income at risk. So when she cheats, bro, from that moment on, she's lying every time her mouth moves. You believe nothing. Don't worry about being called a misogynist. Put all her stuff in the driveway or a dumpster or a box or something, or get rid of it. You need to create the funeral. That's right, you do. But don't give up your dreams of being a solid man who wants a solid family, you young fellows. I know there's a lot of guys that are like, what? You're talking about marriage? Yeah, I'm talking about marriage, of course. That's normal and natural. A wise woman builds, a foolish woman tears down. Look for a woman that builds. I said this 2 years ago. Look for a woman that wants to build. Hence the meme. You'd really work your ass off all day long, spending time so I can spend my time to keep the home beautiful and raise the most beautiful, loving kids. And Chad says, yes. Yes, that's what good men want to do. We're also aware of the foolishness of some of the women out there. And the guys can get intoxicated with a woman's love. Like the Proverbs says, rejoice in the wife of your youth. Be intoxicated with her love. Enjoy her breasts only. Don't let your fountain run out into the streets. In other words, keep your sexuality in the house with your wife. Stay joyful with your wife. Don't seek joy from other women. It's interesting how Google is a search engine that makes suggestions for you. You start to type a couple words in, but don't finish the sentence on Google. And I put in man marries, and then Google drops down a menu. This is what we get. Man marries doll. Man marries dog. Man marries car. Man marries daughter. Man marries imaginary friend. Man marries robot. Man marries stepdaughter. Man marries horse. What the? Partial search for anything, and Google tells you what is the most popular searches in the world. Woman marries, and then a drop down. Woman marries ragdoll. What? Woman marries herself. All women marry themselves. Women spend more money injecting Botox, getting braces, teeth whitened, fake everything, fake lips, fake nails, fake boobs, liposuction. They get their eyes lifted, their faces lifted. They get blah, blah, blah. Like women are married to themselves. That's the reality. Woman marries ghost. Woman marries horse. Woman marries dog. Woman marries man in wheelchair. Woman marries train station. A woman marries the Eiffel Tower. What the? All right, my bros, smoke on this one here. A study led by the American Sociological Association determined that nearly 70% of all divorces are initiated by women, and the percentage of college-educated Western women who initiated divorce is up to 90%. Man, that's a rough one for a guy who wants to be married. It's almost like you got to find a woman living in a cave somewhere if you want something that's going to last. Just you don't know what you're meeting out there. That's rolling the damn dice. That's Wheel of Fortune. You landed on only a 40% type of woman, not a 70%. Add college education to it, it goes from 70 to 90%. And just remember, gentlemen, you are in love with the dream and not her. The dream of the kids, the dream of the house, the dream of making love, the dream of her next to you. So when you go through a breakup of any type, you're not just missing the woman, you're missing the dream. That is why there's a scripture that says, hope deferred makes the heart sick. That's a phrase your great-grandmother used at one point. Your grandmother would use the phrase heart sick. You don't hear people say heart sick anymore. Instead, I'm depressed. I need to go on medication. It's heart sick. Hope deferred. In other words, hopes that you had in somebody deferred put off in the future or eliminated makes a heart grow sick. Terrible disappointment. That is what that is all about. You're not depressed. You are discouraged. Keep that in mind. I'm absolutely convinced that divorce should be illegal. The law encourages and incentivizes women to act like animals. Divorce being legal is the reason despair, anxiety, depression, and discouragement have skyrocketed. One person says, sound advice as always, Sultan. Always keep up the great work you're doing. You bring solace and understanding to so many. I hear what you say about walking and working out and how it helps. Another man says, I sure wish I had you over the past couple years. Men, if you're going through a breakup right now, what he says here is golden. When you are going through it, you can't fathom what he says is right, but once you're through the pain, you will see that Mr. Bruno is spot on. Thanks again, brother. Great advice. Thank you, sir. Missionary dating. Christian men trying to wife up a worldly woman, thinking they can change her into a virtuous woman. Can't happen. Hold on. Let me get my picture of Jesus here. Bring that up. I always got to have the icon of Jesus Christ visible somehow, some way. I want someone to be blessed with that somehow, some way. Just even the sight of Christ brings peace for people. Christian men trying to wife up a worldly woman, thinking they can change her and make her into a virtuous woman. Send her all the Christian videos you want, buy her a cross, pray with her, for her, be understanding. Bro, you are steeped in self-deception. That's missionary dating. You are on a mission to find a Christian woman, and damn it, if you can't find a Christian woman, you're going to make one. This is how it works. You find a woman who already is Christian. There's no arm bending, there's no prying, there's no convincing, there's no manipulation. Anything otherwise, then you are living in self-deception, and you are just having a cup of self-deception tea. Hold on, let's have a moment of silence and a sip of self-deception tea. Ah, yes. And spray a little desperation cologne on yourself. So self-deception tea, desperation cologne. I am ready for the world. You poured yourself into her, bro. You supported her in many of her struggles. You were always there for her. You always listened to her. You provided solutions. You were always understanding. And regardless of all of that stuff, she still split. My dear, my love, my husband. I bet you ain't going to be doing that again, are you? Not so quick. We talk about things like this because it's an evergreen topic. There's always somebody that's going through a struggle like this, and it never hurts even the happily married man. And the single woman who thinks I'm a misogynist, which I don't give a flying fork what anyone thinks. Never blame yourself for a breakup. Women can be a tumbleweed, just blowing from town to town. I've coached guys with all the right stuff. Guys that got the looks, guys that got the money, guys that got the status, and they can't understand how she could just end it. They're at their wits' damn end because they got everything you would think a woman would want, yet she still wanted to end it. Your girlfriend broke up with you. There is one thing to be thankful for, and that is that you weren't married. Be thankful. Be thankful. You can tell a girlfriend, okay, time waster, go away, and never hear from her again. However, with a wife, you can expect to hear from a lawyer about everything from bank accounts, investments, the house, your stuff, your children, etc., etc., etc. You dodged a bullet, my brother. My brother, whenever you go through a breakup, never try to get her back. Get yourself back. That's your number one task. Do not spend 1 ounce of energy or 1 calorie trying to get her back. Create that vacuum. She wanted a breakup. Give it to her. You know, it's interesting. A job fires you. This is how men are. A job fires you, and then you go to work the next day hoping that overnight somehow they changed their mind. That's what it's like when you go through a breakup. Wishing and hoping that she will change her mind. And you show up somewhere. No more showing up. Send yourself flowers because you're a damn good guy and you care for you and you're getting yourself back and you are creating some new dreams. You are going to live in your beautiful house. You're going to be eating steak and salmon every other day. You're going to be lowering the carbs. You're going to be building the body. You're making yourself strong. You're walking taller. Chest out, stomach in, shoulders back, head held high, walking 25% faster. That is how a king moves. My dad once said to me, you sure can get them, but you can't keep them. I can't find a woman that's keepable. I can find a woman that's gettable. That's never been an issue for me. Put me out in public, put me out amongst women, boom, and they're there. What I'm not doing is taking any of that trash home with me. You don't find trash and then bring trash in. Trash is supposed to go from in your home out to the street, not from the street into your home. So I'm not bringing trash into my home. Well, maybe it's not you. Maybe you're dealing with a generation of whack jobs, and the fickle, schizo nature of the modern woman is a plague. So stop it with pedestalizing different women. A woman is not different just because she's from a different zip code. Oh, you got to try the Eastern European women. Oh, you got to go with the Southeast Asian women. They're no different. Change the zip code. Same woman, same behavior. Nothing is different. This is a woman writing this. But a good godly man can get and keep a godly woman. That's bullshit. Without God, it's hopeless. That's not bullshit. What do? I help men get back on their feet after being knocked down after divorce. I've been doing it since 1982. Another woman says, "We love you here." And me, in my natural cynical nature, says, "Why would you love me?" Because I'm shooting out some truth bombs that aren't always the most friendliest. And her answer, I now use in marketing my own services. She says, because we have sons, we have brothers, we have fathers, we have husbands, we have second husbands who need to be men. And these women know better that they can't train their men. They need a man to train a man. And one piece of information that is leveraged properly, one little piece. For instance, when I said something like, "Men, you need to be the rock in your family, not her." The minute she has to start playing a masculine role and start making decisions and paying the bills and being the decision maker in the house, she's going to start resenting you somehow, some way. And you need to step up to the plate. That's number one. And that right there made women pretty darn excited. That right there made a lot of men scratch their heads, but they knew it was true. So they started asserting themselves. Things like this are transformative in a marriage. I don't save marriages. As a matter of fact, I will help you get out of a marriage in such a way to minimize the hurt in your life and minimize the bullshit and the pain and the less begging, because there will be no begging. Look at me, bro. There will be no begging. I like to say, save the man, not the marriage. Strengthen yourself, and the marriage will get stronger. Marriage can also be interchangeable with relationship. If you did not watch my video on how to fix a broken heart, you need to.